Jack Sparrow!
Captain Jack Sparrow.
Right, keep forgetting. Captain Jack Sparrow of the infamous Black Pearl. Yes, truly the most profitable aura farming sea slut this side of the ice caps. Or is he? A few years ago, we audited Jack's first film, The Curse of the Black Pearl, and discovered that he is in fact the worst pirate we've ever heard of, fiscally speaking.
But you have heard of me.
No doubt. But this pirate's got 4 more movies. Surely he stole something in that time worth some sort of value, right? Right?
No.
Ahoy, and welcome to Footy the Booty, where we audit your favorite media. My name is Trey, and today we're looking at Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Man's Chest. Ugh. I love that double entendre. At first glance, the second Pirates film is fairly light on piracy, but you're wrong. There is still plenty of commerce afoot. But before we can sniff those merchants' feet, we have to discuss the rules.
The code is more what you'd call guidelines than actual rules.
We'll be auditing everything that Jack steals, pillages, runs off, absconds with, and borrows without asking, and comparing it to his expenses. A good pirate always comes out on top. Since Dead Man's Chest takes place 1 year after the first film, approximately, we can still calculate all prices in and around the year 1730. Now, it's never explicitly mentioned when Pirates of the Caribbean takes place, but Jerry Bruckheimer and Gore Verbinski both attest to the late 1720s, early 1730s, as the chronological home of the first 3 movies. So 1730 is a good clean year, it's easy to research, we'll stick with that. We'll be tracking the values of everything pirated in the currency of the era. Pounds, shillings, and pence, denominated like so. That is a British pound. That is a shilling, there's 20 shillings to a pound, and then there's 12 pence to a shilling. You know, this makes perfect sense. I don't know why anyone would find that pedantic and confusing at all. And hey, if you like unnecessary pedantic and confusing media analysis with way more cat memes than you ever thought possible, welcome home. Make sure you're subscribed to see more. So, can Captain Jack Sparrow walk the straight and narrow, a profiteer fit for kings? Or does his treasure sink like a rock, once again losing his things? Let's find out. The movie begins wet. I mean, really, really, really wet. It's the day of Will and Elizabeth's wedding, and frankly, I don't think it's off to a good start. For one, Elizabeth, that's Elizabeth, and Will, that's Will, have been arrested. Oh my god, and they arrested the donkey from the first movie. Those bastards! Apparently, conspiring to free pirates that have been sentenced to death is a criminal offense now? Well, whatever, Elizabeth is rich, so what's the fee?
For which the punishment, regrettably, is also death.
Ooh, that sucks. Beckett...
Lord now. Actually.
Yeah, I'm not calling you that. Beckett, that's Beckett, is here at the behest of the East India Trading Company. What's the East India Trading Company, you ask? Well, it's the sister company to the West India Trading Company, distant cousin to the North India Trading Company, which in turn is counter to the South India Trading Company. Do try to keep up. Beckett wants one thing and one thing only: power and money. Beckett wants 2 things: power and money and Jack Sparrow. Beckett wants 3 things. 3 things that Beckett wants: power, money, and Jack Sparrow.
Captain.
Right, Captain. Which reminds me, where the hell is Jack? Kittens and arcaders, I present to you a sea raven pulling out a dude's eyeball. You know, Disney used to mean something. I'm not sure what it meant, but it definitely meant something. Jack Sparrow snuck onto this big tower prison thing. Turns out this is a Turkish prison somewhere in the Mediterranean, which is like crazy to me, but is somewhat revealed in the video game adaptation of the third film, At World's End. Yeah, never thought you'd find deleted scenes in a PS2 game, huh? Well, think again. Unfortunately for Jack, he has died. Oh god, he's undead! Vampire pirate! Vampirate! Wait, no, never mind, he's fine. He's just snuggling a corpse.
Mind if we make a little side trip?
Ew. Very ew. Well, at least Jack's in this movie, though his crew looks a bit miffed. Evidently, they've not been up to much piracy in the year that Jack's had the Pearl back.
And the Royal Navy chasing us all around the Atlantic.
And the hurricane.
All in all, it seems some time since we did a speck of honest pirating.
And here we have our first conundrum. Jack's got himself a full crew, fuller than when he set off from Port Royal a year ago, which means he's bought supplies for said crew and voyage. I mean, you can't cross the Atlantic on an empty stomach after all. And we need to calculate that. So let's get a baseline. A cross-Atlantic journey for a ship such as the Black Pearl, filling up on provisions in the Caribbean before heading into the Mediterranean, could cost as much as half the value of the ship itself, depending on what you buy. Now, for those in the know, the cost of the Black Pearl circa 1730 was around 22,551 pounds. Now, outfitting the Black Pearl from scratch, since its cursed sails were full of holes and he'd need to have at the very least patch them up, could run approximately 8,376 pounds and 15 shillings. However, those sails are not new, they've only been patched. The provisions could be modest and much lower in scale. And I doubt he's paid anyone aboard any amount of money. So we're gonna tamp that down from 8,000 to about 450 pounds. That's being very generous. And frankly, that's amounting for more rum than water on this boat. So, you know, it's historic. Oh, that's a nice hole you've got there, Jack. Let's see if you can dig yourself out of it. Well, we all know what happens when you can't pay your debts.
What did the bird say?
So, what's this exclusive treasure you fished out of the prison tower?
It's a key.
No. Much more better. It is a drawing of a key.
That's, I don't know how to calculate that. I mean, it's a bit of linen with a rough drawing of what could be a key if you squint your eyes. So, like, a pence? 2 pence? This is worthless. This is worthless to me. Unless it's a clue to a bigger treasure. Aha! Okay, Jack knows where to go.
Set sail and a general. That way direction.
Or not. Oh, and by the by, he'll need to restock up on supplies to sail to wherever that is. So let's hit him with a resupply fee. 50 pounds? 50 pounds. Back in Port Royal, Beckett, you remember Beckett, is offering Will the opportunity of a lifetime. Find Jack, get compass, return, and no one dies. Easy peasy. Because apparently Jack had, he was supposed to do a shipment for Beckett, and it turns out the cargo was slaves, and Jack felt, you know, bad about that because people shouldn't be cargo.
People aren't cargo, mate.
And as a result, he went and he freed them all, but Beckett,
Your good deed cost me, Jack.
being the kind of guy that he is, I think he locked Jack onto the Pearl, it was before it was the Pearl, and then lit that sumbitch on fire and sank it. But Jack got out somehow, so, you know, that's cool. Back on deck, Jack's already consumed the last of the rum for their mid-Atlantic voyage. Well, at least there's sand.
Time's run out, Jack.
Ooh, that harbinger in the gloom is one Bootstrap Bill, William Turner Sr.
You look good, Jack.
Thanks, you look fishy. Bootstrap, that's Bootstrap, is the father of one Will Turner. How could you guess? You know, I think I can see the resemblance. Bootstrap breaks it down for Jack. It's been a fun ride, but Davy Jones is coming to collect that what is owed. And just so Jack doesn't forget, Bootstrap Bill leaves him with a parting gift.
The time is up. It comes now. Drawn with ravenous hunger to the man what bears the black spot.
Well, that's not good. Jack wakes up the crew with some urgency. They need to sail to land, quickly. But then that dang cursed monkey named Jack, you remember Jack, tosses his hat overboard. Ah, what a bastard. Oh, and such an iconic piece of his fit to lose. Maybe he'll get it back, or not. Deduct hat from Jack. Down in the dungeons, Elizabeth is learning the meaning of patience in more ways than one.
If it weren't for these bars, I'd have you already.
Will spills the plan and swiftly exits. Ugh, so Tumblr. If only Governor Swan was as confident in Will's skills, his squills, if you will. So Will, what's the plan exactly? Just talk to every Tom, Dick, and Harry until you find Jack Sparrow? Oh, yes. Turns out that is his plan. Classic Will, just himbo his way through life. Actually, I like to imagine that Will's just accepted and beloved by everyone in the working class because, you know, he worked on something for all of them at some point. I mean, blacksmiths be smithing, you know what I'm saying? Eventually, Will meets this fellow who openly admits to cannibalism and takes him to an island with a ship that matches the Black Pearl's description. Sure enough, there she is. Land ho. The Black Pearl has been hauled ashore. This is no wreck. Yet no one is aboard, not a soul camped on the beach. Well, except for Cotton's parrot.
Don't eat me.
I'm not going to eat you.
Don't eat me. No, don't eat me.
What a strange thing to say. Anyway, the trees come alive and kidnap Will, who comes upon...
I can honestly say I'm glad to see you.
What a strange thing to say.
Lam say uniki. Simpstin.
That's a normal thing to say. Will brings Jack up to speed as best he can, and Jack totally gets the message.
Boliki liki.
Save me.
What the fuck just transpired? Back in Port Royal, Governor Swan has decided to spring Elizabeth from jail and plans to sail her off to England for safety. Only problem is the captain he hired has caught the dead.
Evening, Governor. Shame that.
And Elizabeth is coming down with a missing from the carriage.
Where is she?
Why, she's visiting one Cutler Beckett.
It's Lord now.
No, it's Beckett. Elizabeth confronts Beckett and gets his seal on those letters of marque, as well as some more insights into Beckett's aims.
I care not for cursed Aztec gold. My desires are not so provincial. There's more than one chest of value in these waters.
Indeed. And I feel like I've seen these two interact somewhere before.
Excellent boiled potatoes.
Nah, fever dream. Out at sea. Oh shit, it's Pintel and Rigetti. You remember Pintel and Rigetti? And Prison Dog. Haha, I missed that mutt. Looks like Rigetti has found God.
You know you can't read.
It's the Bible, you get credit for trying.
Pintel has found the Black Pearl, and they both found a stomach full of seawater. Can you believe these two are like nephew and uncle? I mean, they're the LMFAO of the Pirates franchise. I'll let you decide which is which. Meanwhile, Jack's been given a necklace of toes. I don't know how to account for a necklace of toe. Oh my god, he bit one of them. Will's finally reunited with the crew of the Black Pearl, looking somewhat thinned out by this point.
These cages we're in weren't built till after we got here.
I called my cannibal guy to see if you can build cages out of bodies, but he couldn't get back to me. A shame. Wait, where'd Jack go? Oh, we found loot! And his itchy fingers found a tin of paprika stamped by that one company which hunts him. Doesn't look like he gets to keep the paprika, unfortunately. All right, let's cut to the chase on this Cirque du Sail away. Will and the gang get their balls in motion, but one pirate finds a snake and the other ball drops. The crew roll down a hill, carry their bony cages across a field, and finally land in some water. Jack, meanwhile, endures a Barbosa barbecue when he's finally able to bounce free. After shish kebabbing with the ladies, he flings himself off a cliff and lands, miraculously, on the soft earth below. I think Mythbusters tested this particular maneuver, and his survival here is quite unlikely. But he's okay. Eventually, everyone makes it back to the ship. Pintel and Rigetti have gotten the ship nearly seaworthy.
Alas, my children, this is the day you shall always remember as the day that you almost... Captain Jack Sparrow.
And we're on the road again. Ocean. We're on the ocean again. Ha ha. Will catches Jack up to speed more properly, politely requesting Jack's compass.
I need that compass of yours, Jack.
Jack, instead, gives Will a new mission. He'll give him the compass, but only if Will locates the key, which will totally save Elizabeth.
How much do you know about Davy Jones? Not much. Yeah, it's gonna save Elizabeth.
Definitely. Jack and his crew row upriver into the small community established by the slaves Jack had freed when he betrayed Beckett. You remember when I told you all that? Arriving at the swampy doorstep of one Tia Dalma. She's pleased as punch to see Jack, but quite enamored by Will.
You have a touch of destiny about you, William Turner.
You know me.
You want to know me?
Oodaloy. Jack offers Barbosa's monkey as payment for information on the key.
Your key go to a chest, and it is what lay inside the chest you seek.
Tia Dalma regales the story of Davy Jones, a wicked pirate who fell in love with a woman who spurned him. He cut out his heart, locked it away in a chest, and became an immortal demon amidst the waves.
The key, he keep with him at all times.
But Tia Dalma knows something is up. She looks upon his hand, and the black spot is revealed.
My eyesight's as good as ever, just so you know.
Teodalma retreats to the back of her shack to retrieve something for Jack, who uses this opportunity to nab a ring. Looks like gold and onyx worth approximately 2 pounds. Teodalma returns with
dirt. This is a jar of dirt.
Yes.
Is the jar of dirt going to help?
If you don't want it, give it back.
Huh.
Then it helps.
Yeah, that is a jar of dirt. It helps him to the tune of about 15 shillings. With Jack's dirt squared away, Teodalma casts her runes to reveal the location of the Flying Dutchman. Luckily for everyone, it's just been wrecked in a storm. Sure.
Your chariot awaits you, sire! Oi! If you do happen to get captured, just say Jack Sparrow sent you to settle his debt. Might save your life.
Will investigates the wreck looking for Davy Jones, when suddenly the ocean explodes behind him and he's attacked by the absolute worst mermaids I've ever seen. I'm talking Street Sharks ugly here. Will gets conked and one of the best villains in cinema history steps on deck.
Do you fear death?
Holy shit. CGI peaked in 2006, right here with Bill Nighy as Davy Jones. This is why you let your CGI artists cook. This movie is 20 years old. Look at Davy Jones, man! Damn! David, that's David, offers each crewmate an offer. Join his crew, 100 years of service to postpone death and what lies beyond. I'm not exactly sure why Davy Jones is building a crew of semi-immortal fishmen. It's never really addressed, but I'd be very curious to know if you've got any ideas. Will uses Jack's idea to say he's there to settle Jack's debt, and Davy Jones gets the idea to look directly at Jack Eavesdropper Sparrow.
Oh. You have a debt to pay.
No kidding, this pirate is not doing well financially. Could you take out loans in 1730? Because Jack's definitely taking out loans. Jack and David hash out the details of the contract, wherein Jack renegotiates.
Just how many souls do you think my soul is worth?
100 souls. 3 days.
You know, this might very well be a reference to the slaves that Jack freed years ago, which resulting in the Pearl being burned by Beckett and Jack still aboard, thusly begetting this whole agreement. So, 99 souls. How shall we pirate said souls?
Tortuga.
All right, Tortuga. A free port town. Great place to build up those crew numbers and restock again. Let's see. Gibbs signs on 4 new sailors, which is great. Pretty sure there's no sign-on bonus or anything like that. Who's this drunk?
Commodore? No, not anymore. Weren't you listening?
Oh my God. Wow. Commodore Norrington. You remember Norrington. Homie survived a hurricane in the Atlantic. Oh, he looks great. Oh, he wants to kill Jack. That makes sense.
You're hired.
Sorry. Old habits and all that.
Aw, snap. Bar fight!
Time to go. Aye!
Jack and Gibbs meander through the chaos, Jack desperately trying to find out new hats as he goes. Poor guy. I think he misses his hat. Let's see, that's 1 hat, 2 hat, 3...
Thanks, mate.
Nah, none of these will work. None go on the tally. You don't keep any of them. Norrington gets conked and then revived by none other than Elizabeth Swann. What? She successfully snuck onto a ship headed out of Port Royal and diverted it to Tortuga while no one was looking. Nice! Back on the Flying Dutchman, Will and his dad reunite after, what, 20 years? How old is Will? Editor, throw that up on screen. I know you know. She's seen these movies 100 times. I've only seen them 99. Also, I quote this line all the time, and I'm going to share it with you because I can. That is my privilege.
What fortuitous circumstance be this?
Oh, I love it. Also, the very punny, the cat's out of the bag, Mr. Turner. See, the pun is because it's both a turn of phrase, the cat's out of the bag, but also because he literally pulled a cat o' nine tails whip out of a bag. right? So the cat's out of the... Anyway. Orlando Bloom gets almost shirtless, and Papa Skarsgård watches. The two catch up. Bill explains the risks of being on Davy Jones' ship, and Will explains that he's looking for a key.
The dead man's chest.
Ooh, spooky. Back in Tortuga, Jack's restocking the Pearl when Elizabeth shows up to offer her services.
I'm here to find the man I love.
I'm deeply flattered, son, but my first and only love is the sea. Elizabeth, hide the rum.
Elizabeth shakes down the 1979 that is her side of this twisted plot, and Jack sees an opportunity.
Through an unfortunate and entirely unforeseeable series of circumstances that have nothing whatsoever to do with me, poor Will has been press ganged into Davy Jones's crew.
But
there is a chest.
Oh dear.
And finding that chest will save Will. Probably. Maybe? Probably. Definitely. But if I'm being honest, I'm more interested in what's on the docks. You see, a pirate ship's supplies need to balance infrequent income with long voyages, and Jack's already stocking up once again to hunt for the dead man's chest. So among his supplies are a healthy cache of rum, some veggies, coconuts, water most likely, more rum probably, bananas, and at least one goat.
Welcome to the crew, former Commodore.
All in, they'll be spending less than they did to sail from the Mediterranean to the Caribbean, so yeah, I think 30 pounds of supplies should suffice. On deck, Elizabeth fills Jack in on the rest of the plot. Beckett wants Jack's compass to achieve Jack's aims. Get the chest of Davy Jones.
If the company controls the chest, they controls the sea.
A truly discomforting notion, love.
Jack pockets the letters of Marque, and we get a little insight into what they offer.
Full pardon. Commission as a privateer on behalf of England and the East India Trading Company.
Okay, so this is an interesting prize to nab. Letters of marque are by themselves just paper and leather, right? It's a license. And a license's value is determined by what it provides. And, well, the first part of what it offers is a pardon. Now, if we pull up everything that Jack has been charged with from the first movie, it's a pretty long list. I don't even think we can legally show the entire clip here. Maybe we can? Let's show as much of it as we can.
Said crimes being numerous in quantity and sinister in nature. The most egregious of these to be cited herewith: piracy, smuggling, falsification of letters of marque and reprisal.
Commodore Norrington is bound by the law, as are we all.
Impersonating an officer of the Spanish Royal Navy, impersonating a cleric of the Church of England, sailing under false colors, arson, kidnapping, looting, poaching, brigandage, pilfering, depravity, depredation, and general lawlessness.
Well, there you go. To be pardoned of those crimes and then employed as a privateer, well, we need to talk about what a privateer is. So back in the day, when England and Spain and France and Portugal and the Netherlands and a couple others were fighting over the Caribbean, wars would break out in Europe, as the Europeans are wont to do. To compensate, countries would offer employment to pirates on behalf of the crown to rob and pillage enemy ships. These ships would be hauled back to, let's say, London, where it would be determined whether or not they were, let's say, Spanish, and the goods would be auctioned off, potentially. Privateer gets a cut, king gets a cut, East India Trading Company gets a cut, everybody gets cuts. Hey! Now, stealing without a license is piracy. Stealing with a license is privateering. Letters of marque offered the bearer the right to privateer on behalf of king and country. Get it? Good. Now, to determine the value. We can look at some historical pirates for reference, and the best that comes to mind is Captain Hornigold. Yeah, no, I know, it's a killer last name. Captain Benjamin Hornigold was offered letters of marque by Woodes Rogers, the governor of the Bahamas, as part of a wider effort to tamp down on piracy in the Caribbean. So what Hornigold got was a full pardon and was able to conduct service as a privateer in the name of England. And he got a bonus for any pirate captains he captured. Each captain's head would reward the privateer £100, and every lieutenant and bosun would reward £40, and then on down from there. That's not bad. All this to say, letters of marque represent a career shift. And for the capable sailor with the means to command a ship and do the king's bidding, you make some damn good money. Add into that wartime profits from pillaging Spanish, and baby, you could be looking at a lifetime profit of over 10,000 pounds. And that is exactly how much these letters of marque shall be worth, whether Jack uses them or not.
As if I could be bought for such a low price.
Meanwhile, Will nabbed David's key and has hopped ship onto a merchant vessel. And we get some killer daytime footage of Jones and the crew. Oh my God, it looks so good. David is understandably upset and opts to ult.
Hey guys.
Ah, hell yeah, man. The Kraken obliterates this ship and crew, and Will once again finds his way onto the Flying Dutchman, and Jones finally understands what's at stake.
The chest is no longer safe. Who sent that thieving charlatan onto my ship? Who told them of the key? Jack Sparrow.
Ooh, looks like that spot's flaring up again, Jack. Good thing they found the island.
Oh, my jar of dirt.
And perhaps my favorite exchange in the movie ever.
Always heard it said
Kraken. Oh, with a long name? No. Kraken's how it's pronounced in the original Scandinavian, and Kraken's closer to that. Well, we ain't original Scandinavians, are we? Kraken. It's a mythological creature and called it what I want.
Boy, someone should tell the tieflings. Anyway, Elizabeth sits on the buried chest, and Will shows up to help them unlock it. By the way, the editor, Annalise, my beloved wife and best friend, bought this CD player back in high school, and it's freaking awesome. The speakers suck, but whatever, it's the coolest CD player ever. Anyway, Will showing up means that Jones has also arrived. Right, so Will's gonna share the key with Jack, and together they're going to open the chest, right?
After you tricked me onto that ship to square your debt with Jones.
What?
What?
Ah, well, maybe not. Well, it's a three-way battle between Jack, Will, and Norrington now. Ugh, can someone just explain this really quick? I feel like I've been in the sun too long and my brain's just not.
Well, each wants a chest for himself, don't he? Mr. Norrington, I think, is trying to regain a bit of honour. Old Jack's looking to trade it, save his own skin. And Turner there, I think he's trying to settle some unresolved business twixt him and his twice-cursed pirate father.
Oh, that was perfect. And the two run off to go steal the chest. After a bit of back and forth, Jack finds himself in possession of key and chest, a value incalculable, I must admit, and reveals the heart of Davy Jones. He stuffs it into his shirt and closes the chest, fleeing combat. Eventually, everyone makes their way back to the dinghy on shore, keen to GTFO this ocean faux show. Jack stuffs the heart into his jar of dirt. That's a good plan. Will and Norrington arrive back on scene, a bit dizzy, but still in one piece. Norrington, jacking Jack's letters of marque, bravely offers to take the now empty chest and run.
You're mad.
Don't wait for me.
I say we respect his final wish.
Aye!
Buying everyone the time they need to escape, to which Jack and the crew obliges. Norrington, however, is terrible at running away and promptly ditches the chest and flees.
Here you go.
The crew scurry back onto the Black Pearl, debating their next move when David and his mates show up. Don't worry though, Jack's got it.
Got it!
See? Oh, he's singing now.
I got a jar of dirt. I got a jar of dirt. And guess what's inside it?
Apparently all of this was improvised. Much like the Pearl's hard turn to the right. Too bad for them, the Flying Dutchman has front-wheel drive revolver cannons. Ah, hell yeah! How likely is that? Historically? Not. Very little chance any of that ever happened. But is it cool? Yeah, obviously. Come on, man. As the Pearl gains distance, Jones does what Jones loves to do best.
Why fight when you can negotiate? All one needs proper leverage.
Where'd the heart go? Jack, donde está la thump thump? The Kraken's tentacles begin to surround the ship. Big goopy suction cups probing the cannons. I think? Maybe? What am I feeling right now? Oh, right. Fire! Lost the plot there for a sec. The Pearl pushes the Kraken off for a moment and a plan unfolds. A plan that involves gunpowder and rum.
Aye, the rum too!
And Jack, where is Jack? Oh, he's in a dinghy, leaving. Wow, dude. The Kraken starts tearing through the ship. Gibbs confirms that no one's been paid yet.
Hey! you think of being paid for it?
And Jack has a moment of heart. I mean, he spent the entire movie unsure of what he really wants right up until this moment. And just as the plan to blow the crap out of the Kraken seems like it's falling apart, Jack reappears and takes the shot.
Did we kill it? No. We just made it angry.
Not that that really does much to stop a Kraken. I mean, you hurt some tentacles, but it's got spares, right? Like, that's how the whole thing works. It's got spares. They got so many spares. With just enough time to spare, the crew evacuates onto Jack's longboat. Except, well, not all of them.
It's after you, not the ship. It's not us. This is the only way, don't you see? I'm not sorry.
Pirates.
Oh man, looks like Jack's going down with the pearl. Oh, nope, he's lubed up his wrist in pursuit of freedom. Something I feel like we've all done at least once in our lives, right? But freedom has come too late. The Kraken popped a health potion and has returned again, much angrier.
Does anyone have a lozenge?
Also bad?
Oh hey, Jack's hat! Well, add that back to his kit. He finally recovered something in this movie. Jack charges forward into the belly of the beast as it consumes him and the pearl. All 22,551 British pounds worth of pearl. Ah, that hurts. Oh, that hurts. Damn.
Jack Sparrow. Our date is settled.
So I guess that means that Jones got the heart back after all, right? Well, no, actually. Norrington, you remember Norrington, absconded with not just the letters of Marque, but the heart, arriving at the desk of one Cutler Beckett, which I guess would make him the best pirate in this film. Huh. You know, in a deleted scene, Beckett goes off on a whole spiel about changing the seas, gaining power, fuck Jack Sparrow, and Davy Jones himself rolls up into Port Royal. God, we need an extended cut of this movie. I know it's been 20 years, but like, gimme. With Jack dead and his friends sad, everyone goes over to Tia Dalma's place for drinks. She consoles them, but offers an opportunity. Jack need not be gone after all.
Would you do it? What would any of you be willing to do? Would you sail to the ends of the earth and beyond to fetch back wicked Jack and him precious pearl? But if you go and brave the weird and haunted shores at world's end, you will need a captain who knows those waters.
Bootsteps rock the cabin as none other than Captain Barbossa struts down. Holy shit! I cannot describe to you the screams in the theater with that reveal. Seriously, what a fucking summer that was. Ugh, the movie ends. An absolute banger. Ah. I'm so lucky to be alive when I am. At least for that. But what of Jack and his piracy skills? Did Jack rip profits from the jaws of debt? Or is he underwater, financially and literally? Let's find out. In total, Jack Sparrow kept 2 pounds worth of jewelry from the ring he stole at Tia Dalma's cabin. In the process, he spent, shattered, and lost approximately 23,081 British pounds and 15 shillings worth of supplies, dirt, and the entirety of the Black Pearl. At least he got his hat back. Adjusting for inflation, that's approximately 3,681,645 pounds and 17 pence, or $4,884,438.65 in 2026. With that much money, you could buy, well, a 3-masted schooner today, and enough supplies to go pirating, actually. Who wants to go pirate? Yeah, you want to be pirates? Oh, but wait, that's debt. Well, if I'm $5 million in debt to the bank, that's the bank's problem. But what do you think? Do you think Jack still has what it takes to become a successful career pirate? I mean, unless he somehow manages to raise the pearl from the depths of the ocean a second time, which I highly doubt it. How many more movies? Yeah. Happy April Fools! Yeah, we did Pirates a couple years ago, and wow, that video is a bit rough to watch now. Yeah. But, hey, we've come so far as a channel since then. Can you believe we didn't even have a Patreon back then? Wild! Speaking of, I want to give a huge thank you to all our Patreon and YouTube members. You guys are amazing, and we love you. Seriously, I mean that. Extra special shout out goes to members of the Feet tier. No feet pics with that tier yet, but you do get to hear me say your internet name out loud for all to hear. I also want to thank my wife, Annalise, for editing this video. We love these movies. We watch them a lot. We quote them back and forth to each other every single day. It's a feel-good place for us. And I hope that in some small way, it can become a feel-good place for you too. Up next is something good, I'm sure. We're very good at keeping a schedule. This totally came out on time, relevant to April Fools. But until then, thank you again. And remember, I'm here to make stuff if you're here to watch. Bye.